Hello students, how many of you like drawing diagrams? Not many, I'm sure. Some of you confess saying that I'm not a good artist, so don't expect me to draw good diagrams. And many of you, I know that you don't learn diagrams thinking that you cannot do it. Arre, don't give up so easily, it's not a tough task. I'll give you some tips today to draw beautiful diagrams and score full marks during your exams. Here we go. Tip number 1. Do not hate diagrams. It's very important to have an open mind and take out the negativity from your mind. Don't ever think that you cannot draw. Always think that you can. Tip number 2. Always use a sharp pencil. An HB pencil and a 2B pencil. You can also use a pen pencil. Have a neat eraser with you, not a dirty one. A neat eraser and a scale handy. Tip number 3. Always draw large diagrams. Don't draw tiny diagrams. When you draw small diagrams, you cannot highlight the organelles or it's not pleasing and you don't even fetch full marks. You can draw big diagrams, take half a page or 3/4 the page depending on the size of the sheet and draw the diagrams preferably towards your left. So when you draw towards your left, you can label the parts to the right. So draw large diagrams. Next tip, do not sketch. Some of you have the habit of taking it this way, like how you do for sketch art, etc. For biology diagrams, you need to draw a single smooth line. You can use a HB pencil first, lightly, and then if it's correct, then you can darken it with your 2B pencil. Don't use sketch pens. For biology diagrams, draw smooth lines. If you are drawing chemistry or physics diagrams where you are drawing apparatus, always use a scale. Don't use just your hand. See the difference if I have to draw a test tube when I draw it with my hand and when I use a scale. There's a difference. You can draw freehand for biology diagrams, even if it is like, for example, cells, where it looks like rectangle or square. Even then, do not use scale. You can use your hand, freehand. Whereas for chemistry and physics diagrams, use a scale for apparatus and where straight lines are seen. It would be nice to draw dots instead of shading. We can avoid shading the whole thing, but draw just small dots. Depending on the intensity, you can draw the dots closer or far off. When you draw vertical diagrams, draw it towards the left, and when you draw horizontal diagrams, draw it full size. Learn the parts thoroughly and label them correctly. I always tell my students, a diagram without the parts is like an art piece. You won't get any marks. So when you label the diagrams, use a scale and draw straight lines. Do not just draw it with your hand. Draw straight line and preferably you can put an arrow and write the part neatly. Now if I'm writing cytoplasm, capital letters, and let all the arrow marks be straight. Even if it has to be from somewhere here, you can take it this way and then again come straight here. So everything looks very, very neat and very pleasing. So nobody can stop giving you full marks. Whereas if you start marking it this way and then cross the lines this way and one from here and then go on writing shabby, you may lose marks. Write the title of the diagrams either above the diagram, or if it's records, we prefer to write it below the diagram. Always write it in capital letters and underline. So you can even draw the line first and then write it in capital letters a little bigger than the labeled parts neatly. In the PU level, if it's a transverse section, you can write TS or LS or dorsal view or ventral view, whatever is the kind of diagram, you may write it in brackets. You can use crayons or color pencils if you need to highlight some organelles. If it's for record purpose, you can keep an X-ray sheet below your paper, X-ray sheet, and then draw. It comes out very beautiful. For biology diagrams, start drawing from where you start learning. For example, in a digestive system, you start from the mouth. So start drawing the mouth, then the esophagus, then the stomach, liver, pancreas, small intestine, large intestine. So it's easy to learn as well as to draw. Let the parts of the diagrams be proportional. For example, the size of the nucleus and the cell size. Size of the body or the head and the organ which you are drawing. For example, if you are drawing a big head, then you have to draw a proportional stomach or lungs. And have an idea of the location of the part. If you are drawing stomach, then you cannot draw it near the chest. If you are drawing lungs, you cannot draw it below the chest. The last and important tip, practice many times. Don't just glance. You have to draw and learn it till you get it. Practice makes you perfect. So I hope all of you will draw beautiful diagrams. All the best.